Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for joining me. This is Talking Civics with Robert E. Williams. Um, I've been saying these things for a while of talking civics. Civics is the system, is the business of our society. Civics is local, statewide, federal, around the country. And civics is a topic that we need to learn more about. But we always just talk about voting. I've said that in previous videos. We need to realize that civics are part of our life. And they happen every day. Even if we don't vote or not vote, we're still part of civics. And that is the business. So we could say politics. The politics revolve around civics, legislation, rules, and regulations. There's always been a concern that we don't dive into an issue and we stay on the emotional side of things and never get to the facts of things. I'm going to start off with the one that's a hot topic currently in the city of Philadelphia. And I hope this tape reach others around the country, but I am a Philadelphia native and I am talking from where I'm from first. But some of the same energies apply everywhere around the country. The school district of Philadelphia is closing 17 schools. Of course, that's a disruption. Of course, there's a lot of energy, a lot of protests, and a lot of people feeling, the school district, the mayor or the politicians let them down again. But after we get back from the emotions, the question is, why are these 17 schools being closed? Is it due to decrease in enrollment? Communities change. There are no more children in that particular neighborhood. Everybody is older. But also, I want people to think about the civics of a national level. The pandemic was part of the system. It created a blackout, a lockout. A lot of people stayed home for 2 years, 3 years. A lot of us a part of that whole process, unfortunately. But when that was over, a lot of people didn't come back to the building because guess what? Online schooling increased very drastically. It was a big increase on online schooling. So that hence decreases the number of people going to our public schools. Okay, in our immediate area, remember we have a thing called school choice. Is that being utilized in the area where these schools are being closed also? Another thing that was fought through legislation, another thing that was pushed and promoted was school choice. That's a number. Then we got good old charter schools. I looked it up, and please everyone, we got Google, we got good old chat. I'm not advertising for these people. I'm just saying these are tools that we use. I looked up the School District of Philadelphia. They have approximately 300 schools under the School District of Philadelphia, and at least 80 of them are charter schools. Keep those facts in mind of how many schools we have. Think the facts in mind, we got 117,000 students enrolled in the Philadelphia school system, which is the number of the young people. Your immediate area around these schools, where's the community around these schools for these many students to go to? So if these kids are going online, the numbers is there of students that are enrolled, and they seem like they could fill in the space with the other schools. So the question is, why did the number of schools in that area decrease? And hopefully, my politicians, my community leaders, everyone with a nonprofit organization in that community will sit down and have better discussion about the resolution, because the schools are probably going to be closed. If it's a plan for the schools, become part of the plan for the schools. Now, while people have the challenge of where their children are going, you got charter schools around, you got school choices. Those are some choices that need to be asked and it should have an answer for. It might not be simple or easy, but it is a solution. And before we spend emotional time fighting and yelling and screaming about the schools being closed, if the enrollment has decreased and is not advantageous to keep the school running, because remember, we live in corporate America. This is a business. And if it's not feasible, then the resolution is organize in the community, be mad, be upset, but organize in a structured way to make for better results. That's just one thing I will hope that we look at being one of the first issues. What I mean by civics, the school district is ran by the government. It's funded by the state government. I think it gets federal money in. You got the mayor appointed the school district, and city council approved of the people on the school board. So the very people who are complaining to fight with you, the question is, these are the people you approved of. You could get mad at that. But before we get mad at that councilman did that councilman did that, and this, we have resolution at this point. This way you use your voice, and when we got so many nonprofit organizations, cut some of them down, come together and create one. You can keep your individual energy, but create one under an umbrella to address the best solution for the community, for the children. If there's a development going on in there, you have every legal right to have a voice, keep a voice. Bombard your councilman with it. Don't take no for an answer. Don't feel left out. Let's fight better. Let's fight bigger. Let's fight stronger than ever before and work on resolutions more than just a problem, because the schools are closed, period. They're not going to open back up. Maybe you get one or two opened up in the mix. Maybe you can fight. And if you do fight, do a study to show why it should be open. But other than that, come with the resolution, get part of it, but just don't let it be all emotional, yelling and screaming. Fight for a reason and show proof of why you need to have it open. But if not, plan for the new progress. Thank you very much.